What we doing, guys? Like I was telling you, I was out at the range earlier and a little plank there in the regulator. So, anyways, uh, just getting the gun apart. You can see, looks like the rig's at 169 or 168 right now. And I set it at 170. So, anyways, I got the bottle off. I just got to degas the gun. And, get the regulator out. I figured I'd make a small video. You know, because some people were asking me about it, so I said, well, might as well. I always drain the gun through the regulator. I don't do any dry firing. Not at that kind of pressure anyways. I don't think it's a good idea anyhow. Anyways, once this is drained down, then we can go in and I'll show you which one to take out for the trigger, because there's some stuff going on in here. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Alright. These little guys. Okay, now to get the trigger out, people call it the Pac-Man, but it's this one right here, second one back. Okay, I just go in with a pair of tweezers, pull it out, trigger will drop, nothing else is coming out. There she is. See the Pac-Man? Alright, set that aside. Now to get the rag out. Let me see. It was... There we go. Basically, I take the piston out right here. Yeah, the washers decided to break, I guess. I heard a little plink, and that was it. And the regulator started going crazy, so I assume one of the washers broke. Just go real easy when you take these out. You don't want to score any O-rings or anything. Real nice and easy. Okay. Right, real easy. You don't want to do any scoring. There she comes. Okay. See, these are the little O-rings that you do not want to destroy by reducing pressure, under pressure. You do not want to pop these, because otherwise you gotta take this apart like I am right now. And unless you know what you're doing or have done it before, I'm gonna say don't. Give it to somebody who's done it before, because you don't want to score any of this. The face of this right here. Let me put this gun down. Alright guys, yeah, anyways. I just want to get a little tray for these little screws here. Let me see if I can zoom this out a little bit. Yeah. That's a little better. Anyways, I'm going to put these off to the side. And I believe the regulator is 5mm. Yes, it is. So, let me get this stuff out of the way over here. And then, over here. Here it is. Just go real easy when you take these out. So, you know, you don't want to score any washes. There's no rush, no hurry. Not sure anybody comes with it. Nope. Another thing, I don't know if you can see, but there's O-rings down inside of here as well. There's one right there, and then there's one way down. I don't know if you can see it from this side or not. Yeah, you see it right there? Just on the right. It's about right there, inside the body. You definitely don't want to score those. Let me get my tool. I bought this, you know, yeah, give it a shot, and screws back here, and then here it's, as you can see, it won't damage the regulator. Let's see if we can get it out. Back this out a little bit. Now, it's coming. Nope. She's being stubborn. She's being stubborn. Yeah, we got it now. Come on, honey. Coming? Nope. Boy, I tell ya, it'd be nice if we could buy a tool that actually worked. This thing's gonna be stubborn. I might have to go get some Bullistol and come back. Yep. She's not gonna want to come out. Alright, hold on. Hey guys, we're back. I had to do a little polishing. Anyways, I'm gonna zoom in. But yep, this guy here. We had to polish that up. See, the base is like a mirror finish now. I don't want to get my finger near it too much. But it's like a mirror. That's the mating surface of the piston, and you don't want to see one scratch in that at all. But that's all polished up nice, new O-rings on it. And then the rest of the piston here. No more scuff, all polished nice. Nice. No O-ring. Sorry I did the O-rings off tape, but they take a little time, and you do not want to scuff this area, either of those, or that inside of there. Go real slow, use a brass scuba pick, and be real gentle. And I'll be right back. Oh, we're back again, guys. And anyways, just going to show you some of these old Belleville washers versus the new ones and what's going on. I'm going to zoom in and see the size of the hole difference. Let me see. So these wore out to like 4.25. These are 4.12. You can see it noticeably. But if you look as we go up, see the chafing going on? That one. Actually, that's got a little flat spot on it. Must have had a high spot. That one, and then I got the cracked ones over here. This is the cracked one right there. See the crack? Let me see. Where's, get my finger near there. Right there. And right there. Cracked. And there's the other one. Right. I don't know if I can zoom in on that or not. It's got a crack right at the tip of my fingernail, right there. It ain't gonna work. Anyways, new piston, all new washers, except my stack. If you look on the factory FX, right here, 10 by 4 by 2 by 050, 8, but there's really 11. That's the old number. So I changed mine. This is what I got here. I got 40, 50, and 60. So I start out at this end, 360s, a 50-40, 50-40, 50-40, 50, 50, and then I add a 60. I add a 12th one. Anyways, here's my parts. They're all been polished with jeweler's polish. As you can see. The piston, the face, that I use 10,000 grit, and then jeweler's polish, and it's like chrome. But that's how it's going to be to seal, because that's sealing against the piston face, which is, if I can see it. Nah, this thing ain't gonna see it. It's too dark in here. But anyways, it seals on the tip of that. That's the face meets that face. If there's a score there or a score there, that's when it comes out the barrel, you get red creep. These O-ring, this one in here, there's no day at the beach. I used, where are they? Let me see. Let me put this camera down over here. And get my O-ring picks, which are hiding under here. So this one, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's got a little tiny tip on it. These are all brass, soft brass. And then this one I used to install it. It's got a ball on the end. So what I do, whoops, is I take a drill bit, I put it up through the end, that way it's flush right there, like that. Pinch the O-ring, push it in, and then with my thumb go around my thumbnail, that's why I got these, go around the edge and push it in, and then take this little ball end and just go right around, nice, easy. You don't want to score anything in here. If you do, just throw it away. And then I ended up cleaning the inside of this as well. As you can see, it gets dirty over time. So she's all ready to go back together. I'm just gonna get the stack in. We'll be back in a little bit. Alright, here we go again. It's time to put the rig in. As you can see, it's all set up on this tool. Lubed up, ready to go. 12 washes. You want to make sure that thing is seated, so let me get over here. I have to stand this up. Sorry guys. And she's in. Just want to make sure that she's fully seated. This tool works pretty good. Ernie Rowe tool. Just after a while, this little O-ring you got to replace in the end here. I just want to make sure that's seated. Yep, she's in. Okay. So that's in. Next is this guy. And when it comes to the regulator, you gotta be real easy on the surfaces, because one little nick, that's all it takes, and it's over. Just put a little bit of lube right there, and then right there, because that's where it goes into the gun. There's an O-ring that's, I'll show you in a second. But I polish the surfaces so they stay really smooth and slippery. That's up to you. But you can't take any material off if you do decide to do that. Alright, this is a 5mm, I believe. And where is it? easy. Make sure you don't feel any binding or anything. Be real smooth. Then you'll feel it hit the O-ring, like right there. I just keep turning it by hand until I can't. And I just use a bit driver. We'll turn. You'll feel it bottom out. You'll feel the O-ring going, but right there it bottomed out. And just give it a little oomph, and that's it. No more, no less. Stuff in the way here. Yeah, I'm not too organized today. Okay. Next. Be real gentle with this guy. You do not want to score that base. I can't say it enough. Or those O-rings. These O-rings right here. That one goes, it comes out the barrel through the transfer port or through the side of the gun by the grip. Right here, where my thumb is. And then this one over here, underneath, that will give you creep. Just a little touch. That's it. Just to make it slippery. Real easy. I always turn backwards when I first put it in. I want to make sure you catch the threads. There she is right there. Nice and easy. You know, if they made a nice ball head that would fit in here, it'd be a lot nicer. But they don't. And I ain't gonna about to strip that out because the trigger's always in the way when you try to adjust it. So I just go in from the side with an Allen. Just go real easy till it bottoms out and then come out one turn. If you want to test it to see if it's leaking, leave it bottomed out, charge it up. And then it'll open it up 20 bar, 40 bar, 60 bar, see if it holds. If it does without creep, you're all good. Okay, we just bottomed out right there. So I'm going one turn, which will probably bring me about 100 bar when I charge it. There it is right there. Alright. Time to put the trigger back in. Stuff out of the way here. Alright. Now, this guy. I don't know, they call it the Pac-Man because of this, I guess. I'm gonna get this in. Let me see. You'll see there's a little slot right where I'm pointing with the blue at the tip. There's a slot right here. That screw right here is what goes in there. So just like that. Let me see. Get it in. Yep. There we go. And then the pin. Whoop. Yeah, there's a little tension right there. And by hand. There it is. And the plate. And a couple of screws. I use the stainless ones that I sell in my kit. These are marine grade, A4 grade, hardless stainless steel. And I put never sees on them. The nickel never sees, not copper, because it's stainless. Anyways. Yeah, my screws were turning orange. I asked on the forum about these screws, and all hell broke loose over that, so I ain't gonna go there. Anyways, they're in my gun. No problems. I'll clean some of this up here. Get a mess. Stand by for a second. All kinds of tools all over the place. Magazines. Alright, we're getting there. Okay. By the way, if anybody's looking for a night vision scope, I got my One Leap NV500. It's like 3 weeks old. I'm going back to my glass scope because I'm going out to Armac. I'm gonna give it a whirl, but it'll be my first round out there. But whatever. I don't expect to do much. I haven't been able to practice too much. I've been too busy doing other things. Anyways, all these Belleville washers are junk. Throw those away. That's just amazing. You know, how would you expect this to wear? It's steel against brass, but I guess it's possible. That just kills me. Well, I guess time to charge it up and see where she's at. See if she's gonna be happy or not. Let's turn the gauge on.